Hola, buenos días, Grado 2. Buenos días, grade 2. Welcome to your second day of Spanish classes via YouTube. Ah, buenos días, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien, gracias. ¿Cómo te vas? ¿Cómo te vas? Buenos días, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien, gracias. ¿Cómo te vas? ¿Cómo te vas? ¿Cómo están? How are you? And I hope I'm hearing some muy bien, gracias to tell me that you're doing fine, thank you. Bueno, so let's quickly recap what we were looking at last class. Now, in our previous lesson, we were looking at los colores, which means colors, and we looked at how to say which color is our favorite color in Spanish. So just to review the colors, there was azul for blue, rojo for red, amarillo, yellow, verde, green, anaranjado, orange, rosado, pink, blanco, white, negro, black, café, brown, gris, gray, and oro for gold. Now let's sing. Vamos a cantar los colores. Después de dos, uno, dos. Los colores, muchos colores. Los colores, muchos colores. Azul is blue, rojo is red, amarillo is yellow. Colors. Los colores, muchos colores. Los colores, muchos colores. Verde is green, anaranjado is orange, rosado is pink. Colors. Los colores, muchos colores. Los colores, muchos colores. Morado is purple, blanco is white, negro is black. Colors. Los colores, muchos colores. Los colores, muchos colores. Café is brown, gray it is gris, oro is gold. Colors. Bueno. Now, if I wanted to tell you what my favorite color was in Spanish, I would say mi color favorito es morado. Now, can anybody guess what morado is again? Morado is purple. So my favorite color is purple. So if your favorite color is blue, you would say mi color favorito es azul. So remember, if I ask you, ¿cuál es tu color favorito? I only want to know what your favorite color is. So, ¿cuál es tu color favorito is asking, what is your favorite color? And you would answer by saying, mi color favorito es, and you name your favorite color in Spanish, alright? Excelente. Now, today we're going to be moving on to another topic, and we're going to actually be joining these two topics together. And the topic we're looking at today is las formas. So we see all these items here. These are shapes. We are looking at las formas, and las formas means shapes. So let's think, what are some of the shapes that I know? And what are some items that I know that have those shapes? Let's see. How about a diamond? What item do I know that has the shape of a diamond? Oh, I know. What about a kite? That's a good one. Now what about a star? But the only one I can think of right now that has the shape of a star is a star. So let's look at another one. What about a circle? There's so many things that have the shape of a circle. A reel of tape, a wheel, and so many other things. Let me see if I can think of another shape. Oh, I know. A square. What items do I know that have the shape of a square? Oh, I know. Maybe a box. Yeah. What about a triangle? Ooh, something muy muy delicioso, something very delicious, a slice of pizza, or it can be the roof of someone's house. Now another one, what about a heart? Ooh, a heart. The only thing I can think of that has the shape of a heart right now is actually a heart. So let's move on to another one. What about an oval? What do I know that has the shape of an oval? An egg, and I love eggs. Me gustan los huevos. Delicioso. It's making me hungry. Now, another one is a rectangle. What do I know that has the shape of a rectangle? A book, or even a door. So those are the shapes that we're going to be looking at today, and we're going to be looking at the Spanish names for each of these shapes, and we're going to be describing them using colors in Spanish. So there's a video that I would like you to watch. I'm going to be providing you with that link. It's going to be on the activity sheet you have to do, so you can go ahead and watch that video, and we'll be right back to continue with this lesson. So you can pause the video, go to the pause this video and go to the YouTube link, or you can just wait until after. You can go to it, whichever you choose. It's up to you. So let me give you a moment. Go ahead and do that, and we'll be right back. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and you all are now aware of what the names of the shapes in Spanish are that we'll be looking at today. So let's begin with this one here. Now this is a star, and it is called La Estrella. Everybody say La Estrella. La Estrella. And as you can see, there are two L's right here. So in Spanish, when two L's are beside each other, we say that it sounds like the letter Y. Good. So it's La Estrella. And this is a star. Beside that, we have el círculo. It is el círculo. And el círculo is a circle. El círculo is a circle. There's an accent mark over the I, so we're going to stress that I. El círculo. So we're going to stress it. El círculo. Muy bien. Moving on, we have a square. 4 equal sides. And this square in Spanish is called el cuadrado. El cuadrado. Then we have a triangle. A triangle has 3 sides, tres lados. So we say el triángulo. El triángulo. And el triángulo is the triangle. Moving on down here, we have a diamond. And the diamond in Spanish is called el rombo. El rombo. El rombo is a diamond. You see it has 4 straight sides? Good. Now we have el corazón. And el corazón is the heart. El corazón is the heart. Beside that we have el óvalo. El óvalo. And el óvalo is the oval. And the last one we're looking at today is el rectángulo. And el rectángulo is the rectangle. El rectángulo is the rectangle. Now, we're going to be singing a song together. Vamos a cantar juntos sobre las formas. We're going to sing together about the shapes. So you can play this part, listen to it, and then you can go back over and you can sing it again, alright? And it goes like this. It says, las formas, ¿qué es esto? Shapes, shapes, what is this? Las formas, ¿qué es esto? Shapes, shapes, what is this? And then we're going to name each of the shapes here, and then if you can, you're going to be using your hands to draw the shapes in the air. So each time I call the Spanish name for a shape, you can draw it in the air. For example, I say estrella, estrella, estrella. You use your fingers and draw the shape of the star in the air. If I say el círculo, you're going to draw a big círculo, which is a circle. Bien? Excelente. Vamos a comenzar. Let's begin. Las formas, ¿qué es esto? Las formas, ¿qué es esto? Estrella, estrella, estrella. Las formas, ¿qué es esto? Las formas, ¿qué es esto? Círculo, círculo, círculo. Las formas, ¿qué es esto? Las formas, ¿Qué es esto? Cuadrado, cuadrado, cuadrado. Las formas, ¿qué es esto? Las formas, ¿qué es esto? Triángulo, triángulo, triángulo. Las formas, ¿qué es esto? Las formas, ¿qué es esto? Un rombo, rombo, rombo. Las formas, ¿qué es esto? Las formas, ¿qué es esto? Corazón, corazón, corazón. Las formas, ¿qué es esto? Las formas, ¿qué es esto? Óvalo, óvalo, óvalo. Last one. Las formas, ¿qué es esto? Las formas, ¿qué es esto? Rectángulo, rectángulo, rectángulo. Muy bien, very good. So these are the shapes we're looking at today. Estas son las formas de hoy. Bueno, entonces, now we're going to be describing these shapes now using colors in Spanish. In our last class, we looked at los colores, the colors, and today we're going to be using those same colors to describe these shapes right here. Now, as you can see, in front of each of these words, we have either the word la or el. Now, as you should remember from previous classes, we spoke about masculine nouns, feminine nouns, singular nouns, and plural nouns in Spanish and how to differentiate them. Now, these are all singular nouns, meaning that there's just one of each. Good? None of them end with S, so we're looking at singular nouns today. Good. So what we also want to identify is which of these is masculine and which of these is feminine. Now, can anybody, wherever you are right now, think and tell me through your screen? I might not be able to hear you, but you can still say which of these would be the feminine noun. Would it be the one that starts with la and ends with a, or the one that starts with l and ends with o? Let's see who remembers. Well, if your answer was the one that starts with la and ends with a, es correcto. Muy bien, es correcto. So feminine nouns usually start with the article la, which in this case means the. Last class we looked at un and una, and un and una mean a or an. However, today we're using la and el. La means the, el also means the, but we only use la for feminine nouns and el for masculine nouns. And remember how to identify the masculine and the feminine nouns. The masculine nouns usually end with o, and sometimes some other letters like here we have n for corazon. But then now you have the feminine nouns that most times, usually almost all the time, it ends with the letter A. So once it ends with A, it's usually a feminine noun. But you have a few exceptions, but thankfully we don't have any of those exceptions to confuse you today, alright? So once it ends with an A, most times it is a feminine noun. So we would say la estrella. For the others, we have el círculo, masculine, el cuadrado, masculine, el triángulo, masculino, el rombo, masculino or masculine, el corazón, el óvalo, and el rectángulo. Those are all masculine nouns. And the only feminine noun we have here is la estrella. Excelente. Now, let's move on to describing these shapes now using colors. Now, as you were told in previous classes, when we're describing nouns in Spanish, we have to pay attention to the gender of the noun, meaning is it masculine or feminine? And we also have to focus on the number. Is it singular or is it plural? Now, these are all singular nouns right here. We have one feminine and then the others are masculine. Now, let's use the three colors that do not end with O. We have there are four. We have verde, gris, there was azul, and where's the other one? Oh yes, and marron or café for brown. Good. So these colors now they end with letters that are not O. They don't end with the letter O. So what happens is, once you're describing a singular noun in Spanish, you're not going to do anything to these colors. So gris remains the same. Once it's a singular noun, gris remains the same. Café or marron for brown, they remain the same. Verde remains the same. And azul remains the same. That's if you're describing a singular noun. So whether it's masculine or feminine, it remains the same. Now, for the other colors now that end with O, if you're describing a masculine noun, it remains the same. You don't have to change it. So if you're describing any of these masculine nouns here, remember, these start with L and most times end with O. The colors that end with O, for example, rojo, amarillo, rosado, morado, negro, or blanco, these are going to remain the same for the masculine noun. So once you're describing these shapes over here, el rombo, corazón, el óvalo, el rectángulo, they remain the same. But if you are describing a feminine noun, remember these start with la for the, and most times they end with a. These now, once the color ends with the letter O, you have to change that O to the letter A. So if we're going to say that something is yellow and it's a feminine noun, we're going to change the O at the end of the word amarillo to A. So it becomes amarilla. Amarillo becomes amarilla once you're talking about a feminine noun. If we're describing a feminine noun that's red, it's no longer going to be rojo, but it's going to be roja. So we change the O to A. Rojo becomes roja. If it is something that is purple, now we're no longer going to say morado for the feminine noun. We change morado to morada to describe the feminine nouns. Alright? So just remember, when we're describing the feminine nouns, the O's at the end of the colors change to A. But if we're talking about the masculine nouns, they remain just the same. Colors like azul, café or marron, and verde and gris, those remain the same whether you're talking about a masculine noun or a feminine noun, okay? Now let's see if we can put these into sentences. If I ask, ¿de qué color es? And I name a shape, for example, ¿de qué color es la estrella? ¿De qué color es la estrella? Is asking what color is the star. So in order for me to answer this, I have to say now, I have to start with the name of the shape, la estrella, which means the star. Then the word is in Spanish is what again? How do we say is in Spanish? It's very easy. 2 letters. E-S. S. So we're just changing the I. So we say la estrella es, and if we want to say that it is yellow, we're going to say what? La estrella es amarilla. So it becomes amarilla if you're talking about a feminine noun. We change the O to A at the end, okay? But what if the star was, say, pink? What would we say? We would say la estrella es La estrella es rosada. So we change the O at the ending of the color to match up with the A at the end of the noun. So it becomes la estrella es rosada. What if we want to say that the star is black? We would say la estrella es negra. So it now becomes negra. We change the O at the end to A if we're talking about a feminine noun. Bueno? Excellently. Now, for the masculine nouns, these are so easy. These are the easiest ones because you don't change azul, you don't change verde, you don't change rojo, you don't change amarillo, you don't change any of the colors. So all you have to say is the name of the shape. What if I want to say that the circle is, let's see, orange? I would say el círculo es anaranjado. It's a masculine noun, so anaranjado remains ending in O. We don't change that O to an A. Good. What if I want to say that the square is purple? I would say el cuadrado es, or purple, el cuadrado es morado. What if I want to say that the triangle is, which other color I have here? Green. Let's use that one. The triangle is green. Are we going to say el triángulo es verdeo? Is there such a word as verdeo? No, 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 no. We're not going to add an O to the end of verde. Azul. Which other one I have here? Gris. And there was another one. There's azul, verde, gris, and cafe or marron. We're not going to add any O's or A's to those. Cool? They remain the same. So we would say el triángulo es verde. Bueno? Good. So if I ask one more time, ¿de qué color es el corazón? I want to know what color is the heart. And you would say el corazón es followed by the color it is in Spanish. Okay, guys? Excellent. Now, what I am going to be doing is I am going to be sending you an activity sheet for you to complete. You can write these in your notebooks if you're not able to print them and complete them there. So for the first one, what you'll need to do for me is to draw some shapes for me, and you are going to be coloring those shapes with the colors that are indicated in Spanish. So the shapes, the names of the shapes are in Spanish and the colors are in Spanish. You have to draw the shape. You don't have to draw it really, really big. Just draw it so that we can identify that it is this shape. And then you're going to color it in the color that is indicated in Spanish. For example, one of them is estrella and the color is amarilla. That means you're going to draw a star that is yellow. Yes, so you draw the star, you color the yellow. And for the other activity, what you do is to translate 4 sentences from Spanish to English, meaning that there are 4 sentences written in in Spanish that I want you to now write in English, write what they mean in English. The first one says, I'm going to give you this one, no, I'm going to give you another one. I'm not going to give you any of the ones that you're getting in the activity. For example, if you see el rectángulo es negro, what does that mean? El rectángulo es negro. El rectángulo means the rectangle. Es means is. Negro means black. So your sentence should say the rectangle is black. And you have 4 of those to do. Bueno, I hope everybody understands what to do. And I hope everybody learned something today. Remember your shapes. Las formas, las formas. La estrella, the star. El círculo, the circle. El cuadrado, the square. El triángulo, the triangle. El rombo, the diamond. El corazón, the heart. El óvalo, the oval. And el rectángulo, the rectangle. And if I ask, ¿de qué color es el círculo? I simply want to know what color is the circle. And he would say, el círculo es, followed by the Spanish name for that shape. And remember, if we're describing a feminine noun, the colors that end with O, we're going to change the O's to A. For colors like azul, verde, cafe, marron, and gris, we're not going to change the endings of those if we're talking about a singular noun. And then now for the masculine nouns, the colors, just as you've learned them, you're going to use them just as that. So anaranjado, azul, gris, amarillo, etc. Alright? ¿Comprenden todo el mundo? Everybody understands? Excelente. So this is where I leave you for today, and I'll see you again. Well, you'll see me again next class. Adios, adios, adios means goodbye. Adios, adios, adios means goodbye. Adios, 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 adios means goodbye. Adios.